We have a bag of pennies today. Hopefully we can find something for the book. Welcome back to Silver in the Big Sky. Nope, probably no silver tonight, though that has happened this year. We did find silver out of a penny bag. Have to find that video and watch it if you haven't seen it. But definitely a good view. Yeah, a little snow out there, clear sky day. It was a little cold out there, but gorgeous nonetheless. We've got a bag of pennies sealed from the bank. People are still turning in their pennies. Hey, we're happy to hunt through them. Hopefully we can find some awesome stuff. Hopefully we can find something for this book too. It's going to get a little tough as we've gotten it down to, we've got 22 slots left of the 140. And as you can imagine, a lot of them are, well, yeah, some really hard to find ones. Some of the toughest ones are the 31D and that 1909S VDB. We have found two of the Philly VDBs this year. 1909S, only 2 million of them. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty well collected first page for just, what are we at? 44 boxes hunted on the year. If we do a bag hunt, I just count 2 there, just the equivalent of. But yeah, awesome. We're going to get into this thing. And you know the drill. We'll bring it in if we have any cool finds. If you like this video, obviously, if you could please like, comment, and share. 10 seconds of your time goes a long way helping us try to grow this channel, trying to scratch and claw our way to 500 subscribers. We appreciate you. Let's get into the hunt. Well, I'm just a couple of handfuls in, just kind of getting rolling here. Nothing fantastic in the first handful, but definitely see a couple of wheats sitting here in this one. Let's start with that one there, obverse facing. I think they both are obverse facing. So we're going to get on the board here with a 45 at a Philly. Regular old wheat scent there. And there's a 57 Denver, it looks like, sitting right there. All right, there's 2. That one was looking old too, but I think that's a 59 Denver. No mule there, unfortunately. And there's a couple oldies in here, so maybe it's going to pick up a little bit. Picked out, I mean, not a ton of copper in that first handful, but definitely some copper pennies. I think the copper value of a penny is like in between 3.5 and 4 cents right now, if they were ever meltable, I guess. And looking over at my pile of 25 Denvers, looks like about 5 or 6 of them. So, all right, we're going to get back after it. But we're on the board with a couple of Wheaties. Just took out handful number 3, and we are officially blessed. Look at that. I have not seen, I didn't even think that was actually a coin when I first saw it. That is a freaking penny there.
We are blessed.
We are blessed. We've been blessed. We have Jesus in the bag.
Oh my.
I mean, they at least could have punched that out. I don't know how they did that, but someone punched out a cross out of that thing. That is a 2007 Philly. Huh. Have not seen that before. And then as I looked around, I saw a reverse facing wheat. Number 3. Hopefully, it's a good sign of things to come for the bag. That's going to be another 1957 out of Denver. That's wheat scent number 3. Same handful. Sometimes I just kind of sift around here and pluck out the copper and then start scanning or looking at coins that do need scanned. And I just popped out another wheat. So wheat scent number 4. Reverse facing as well. This one's going to be a 50 or a 56. Looks like a 50. It is. 1950 out of San Francisco. We'll take that. Next handful in on the following day. Had to take my lady out for a little date night yesterday, but another gorgeous day here in the Big Sky. But just kind of fishing around, pulling out some copper. And you probably saw that as I panned by. We're going to have wheat scent number 5. Hopefully we've got an oldie. Looks like 48S. Man, it's a tough one to see. I'm getting old. Yeah, 48S. I saw it right. Perfect. I think that's the first San Francisco mint of the hunt. We'll take it. We'd sent number 5. I'm on my next handful now, maybe about a third of the way through the bag or so, and got a little bit of a smorgasbord of stuff I can see laying on top just as I throw this out. There's a 2025 Denver. We've been pulling all the 2025s aside with what they're selling for. I saw at least one Canadian cent in here. We do, of course, find a lot of Canadian cents in our area. That's the 6th one of the hunt. And then, yeah, there's another 1950. We're going to have wheat cent. Oh, shoot, there's my eyes again. I swear it was a 50. It's going to be a 59, so first year non-wheat cent. Huh, that was a third 59. Dang, I thought I saw a wheat in there. Dang eyes. Getting old sucks. Next handful in, still stuck at 5 wheat. Anyone who's has followed the channel for a while now knows, and if you're new, I guess this would be something new to you, but when we get the bags, you can find all kinds of stuff in these things, which we have. And there is something there that I don't even know what the heck that is. It's a horse head. There's nothing on the back. Some sort of button or something. I did just kind of, I mean, it sounds like a coin. But definitely, obviously, is not a coin. But I don't know. Anyone in the comments care to share what they think that is? I have no freaking clue. I'll try to do some sort of research before the wrap up and see if I can think what the heck that is. But I don't see any wheats jumping out to me just yet, so hopefully we'll find one here soon. Just as I said that, I kind of just dug right through the middle there, and look what popped out. Well, my old eyes can still tell that's a wheat cent, right? We're going to have wheat cent number 6. And this one, nice, is going to be our oldest one of the hunt. That's a good find. Looks like a 30S. Yep, 30 San Francisco. We'll take that. Geez, that's kind of just jumped older on the years there, just like that. It's not, I just took a quick peek at my better date list, and it's not on there, but dang. Like to see an old San Francisco mint. Wheat cent number 6. Oldest one of the hunt. Next handful, maybe about halfway through the bag now or so. Seems like we've been good for about 1 wheat cent per handful. And just dumped it out and saw one laying there. Reverse facing. So this is going to be number 7 of the hunt. And this one's going to be a 41 Philly. First one at a 41 for the board. Second oldest, actually. Nice. We'll take it. Same handful. We're back for number 8. This one was going to blend right in because look at that. It's a nice one. That did not stand out like an old copper cent. Holy moly. Look at that. A lot of red showing on the reverse. What are we going to have? A 55 out of Denver. Splash of red all around. That's a cool coin. Man, when you find a wheat cent that's got a little red showing like that, that's pretty cool. Great condition. We'll take it. Wheat cent number 9 kind of goes with these. We've got some older copper cents here that I've pulled out. A 60 Philly, 63 Philly, 63 Denver, and a 70S. Dang, that one's kind of right up there with it condition-wise. Very nice. We'll take it. Next handful, I see at least one as I laid out the pile right there. 1952 Denver poking out. All right, we'll take that. That's going to be what, number 9 of the hunt. I know most of the piles have been just one. But, yeah, all right, we'll keep hunting. Same handful, just sifting around. I see 2 more there, reverse or obverse. Sorry, reverse facing. So we're going to have 10 and 11 here. We're going to have a 1956 out of Denver. And a 1945 out of Denver. All right. This bag seems to be picking up. Well, no wheat in this next handful, but did find a couple of little side finds here. So as we've been learning, so this whole year has kind of been an education from a fire hose as we've learned all denomination of coin and just kind of jumped in learning. So as we've been going here, there's so much to look for, especially in pennies. And I've been trying to look for more of the varieties. And this is actually, in this particular hunt, is the first time I've looked for this one. So on the 69 Denver, they can have what's called the no FG. So there should be, right down here in the bottom right corner of the building. Let me throw another older one up here. Here's a 59. So you should always have the FG right there. So this can have a no FG variety. Sorry, the sun is reflecting on my shirt and giving us some feedback there. But yeah, you can see there, no FG down there. At least a weak FG at most. And then this coin can also have what they call the floating roof. And that's definitely pretty close to having that. So it's the building there. Here's another one, that other coin. So you can see the pillars on the side there connecting to that top roof. So this one can also have weak there or none of those pillars, and so that's called the floating roof. Kind of a little cool side find. I just went to eBay and looked at some comparable sales and found this coin at, you know, in the $1 to $2 range in circulated condition. And it's a pretty nice one. So we'll take that. And then an off strike on this 99. So see there, I mean, that's, we definitely find coins that are a little off, and I never think to really keep them, but that one just seemed a little bit more than the norm. Went and looked this one up, and these have comparable sales anywhere from, you know, $3 or $4 to $20, depending on condition. So these ones can get up there. Again, it seems like all these, especially pennies, can really get up there with condition. And that one does appear to have full steps. So cool little side find. You know, when you're not finding wheat cents, you got to be looking for the other stuff. The foreign or Canadian in this case are getting up there. We, what's that? 10, 5, 10, 12. All right. Sorry for the long little clip there, but wanted to show you a couple of side finds. Very next handful, making some progress here, definitely into the second half. And I see one sitting here obverse facing, and it's a bit of a rare find for us. So definitely not a rare coin. It's a 58, but at a Philly is the interesting part. So that's going to be wheat cent number 12. I did just know offhand that we don't find very many Phillies. Here's my entire tube, 50s Philadelphia Mint coins, outside of what we've put into our book. This is in 44, now 45, and 46 boxes on the year. We just don't find 50s Philadelphia coins. So, as I said, that's kind of a rare find for us. So kind of a cool find in really good condition. Wheat cent number 12. Next handful, I saw wheat cent number 13 poking out. Another reverse facer right there. What are we going to have on this one? 57 Denver. So the copper has been pretty steady. If we can't find another one while we're here, all right. I'll keep hunting. Still trickling along here. Got a little bit left. I see a couple of reverse facers here, and this is going to bring us to 15. That one there, I barely saw it because of whatever is all over it. Oh, the fun in penny hunting. Man, my fingers feel nasty. We got another 57 Denver, and there was one right there. A 56 Denver. Wow, We're up to 15. That's not bad. Might just have one handful left or so. I've already picked, I think, most of the copper out of this handful. And there's a 1955 out of Denver hiding. It's going to be wheat cent number 16. I believe it's the second 55 Denver of the hunt. Oh yeah, we had that nice one. All right, chipping away. Well, that's a wrap. The one bag hunt is over. Man, that took a long time. I had to do this one on my own. I ended up with the day off and was trying to get one last coin hunt in for the year. And yeah, it was a successful one. Some side finds. Had found a bunch of the 09s that weren't very nice, so I just keep the ones that are in fact nice. Maybe 2 rolls of 2025 Denvers. If this isn't an example of what kind of coins we get in our area, that's how many 2025 Philadelphia coins we found. Those are all 2025 Denvers. So yeah, we don't find as many Phillies in this area. I did look up this horse thing, and it really, the only thing I can find is it's kind of like the cover of a button, like a horse button of some sort. Yeah, the oddities you find in a bag. And we found the cross cut out of a zinc cent. That was kind of interesting. I think we ended up with almost 20. These are stacks, or they're 4 high there, so 4, 8, 12, and 6, 18. 18 Canadian cents. There was a really nice 82 there. A few 69S's that weren't the DDO. Some 59Ds that were not the mule with a wheat cent back. So I've heard. I've never seen one. And then we had, ended up pulling out 6 nice copper cents. Love to see that. Not as many nice coins in this hunt as we like to see. Seems like during the summer, when coin were flowing through more, we were getting more nice coin. And it's kind of died off a little bit. We had that 58 Philly, as we covered, a rare find. And quite a few 57 Denvers, 56 Denvers, 55 Denvers, including that one really nice 55 Denver there. A 52 Denver, a 50 San Francisco, 48 San Francisco, a 45 Philly and Denver, a 41 Philly, and that 30 San Francisco. I'd say that was the find of the hunt. Still not a better date, and nothing, that coin doesn't go into the book, nor do any coins. We didn't slot anything today in this hunt. And then a couple of varieties. I did find a second one of these. So this was the 69 Denver with no FG. That also had kind of the floating roof, as it's called. I don't know if you can see it better this way. Yeah. That one kind of more was a weak FG there. And that one was definitely no FG. Awesome. Wow, I'm a little exhausted after that. That was tough. Going through pennies can be a little bit of a challenge, and it's not as exciting when you can't find silver, in my opinion, sometimes. But hey, when these bags drop, we've kind of have to hunt them. Like, can't just let them go with the penny going away, being hard to get. We've been, I know parts around the country, people are not able to get boxes of pennies, and I'm still able to get one a week. Joe just kind of stashing them or hoarding them at this point. So we appreciate you. We're actually going to get a parting shot of the big sky here in a little bit when that sun starts to go down this time of year. We'll get kind of a pink horizon out there. So just missed that. But we appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed this one bag penny hunt, and we look forward to seeing you on the next hunt.